give you dozens of them. The lender will own the home. But like I said, it's just a loan. Just like in any mortgage, as long as you meet your obligations, the lender can't take your home. It's an FHA loan. So that's a myth. The lender's never going to take the home. It's always available for refi. It's always available to sell. You can do that at any time. You have to pay a monthly mortgage payment anyway, even though you're reverse mortgage. No, when you're in a reverse mortgage, there are no monthly mortgage payments. There's nothing that has to be paid regularly except taxes and insurance. It has to be paid back within 30 years or when the person turns 100. Again, another myth. It never has to be paid back until the last person either moves out of the home or dies. And then the 100 years, it's actually 150 years. So far, with the exception of in the Bible times, nobody lives to be 150 anymore. So it's basically, and in all honesty, if anybody ever does start living to 150, they'll probably change that to 200. The goal is that you never ever have the chance of losing money on a reverse mortgage. The house has to be free and clear before you can do it. That's not true. If they have more than 50% equity in the house, you can refinance them into it right then, and with little or no cash out of pocket. One of the biggest things is there's not going to be anything left for my heirs. Again, not true. The house still has its same value. Like I just said a minute ago, the heirs can get it for 95% of the appraised value, which means they already have 5% equity without doing anything, or the lower of the loan cost. And then you can't ever sell or refinance. Again, another myth. You can sell, refinance. You can reverse mortgage today and sell the house tomorrow. There's no restrictions, no prepayment penalties, no early stuff. It's a regular FHA loan. So we can't, by law now, we can't do prepayment penalties. We can't do anything like that. So it's very, very safe. Why would you want to get a mortgage? Why don't you tell them, Jessica?
Well, we talk about it plenty, but you'll have access to funds without having to withdraw from your retirement savings. Let's see, one of them.
We covered a lot of it.
Yeah, we pretty much covered everything of that.
Why would you not get a HELOC for a safe mortgage?
Why not?
Yeah, why would you want to do that? Why not just get a HELOC with the equity in your home instead of doing a reverse mortgage?
Well, because you don't have to me, you don't have the benefits of not having a payment. That's the biggest one.
And
the interest rate is right high, wouldn't it?
Right. Yeah. The thing that breaks my heart, and I've seen this happen a couple times, where there's seniors that are getting ready to lose their house. Their house is getting ready to go into foreclosure. Because what happened is they had, $150,000 equity in their house, and the roof went bad, and there was some rotting on the side of the house. So they went and they got their second mortgage, or they got a HELOC, and they said, you know what, we got to get the roof fixed. That's 20, 30 grand, we got 10 grand in the thing, and they go out and do that. Well, they're already on a fixed income. They can barely afford the mortgage as it is. So now we just did a HELOC, and we just added $250 a month to the mortgage payment that they can't pay. So now what they do is they take the $50,000 out instead of the $30,000 that they needed for the repairs, and then they use the $20,000 that's left over to make the payments for 4 or 5 years. All of a sudden that money's gone, and now they have no value in the house, no equity in the house. They got a payment that they can't afford, and they have no money. And they're getting ready to lose their house. And this happens to seniors every single day. They go into foreclosure. With a reverse mortgage, that's impossible. You're not frozen or anything. With an HELOC, you're frozen. This is the money you can get. And you can't get another HELOC until you refinance it or everything. Well, already they don't qualify, so how are they going to refinance it? All the money's tied up front, whereas with a reverse mortgage, you don't have to touch it. The line of credit stays with you forever. The house, as long as you own the house and you're living in it, the line of credit sticks with you forever. And as the house appreciates in value, the line of credit increases if you don't use it. So it might be $100,000 right now. In 2 years, it'll be $110,000.
Or even if you wanted to, let's say, yes, it will continue to grow, but let's say you wanted more access to it, you can always make payments if you wanted to have that availability again. Yeah, and this is not to knock down HELOCs, because I personally love HELOCs. I think they're a wonderful product if you know how to budget.
You're under 62.
If you're under 62 and you know how to budget, and like he just said, it's not the best product for this group of people. You know what I mean? Not everything works for everybody, but truly, honestly, and I mean, I can say this all day, I really, really love reverse mortgages because it can literally save their life. You know, you're 62 and up, you just want to be happy and at peace and be able to live the rest of your life comfortably. You don't want to worry about bills. You don't have to be, you don't want to like worry about that. We all have that burden on us all the time. I don't want to be 62 and still thinking about that. So this to me, literally is a game changer.
And I want to add to that,
Sure.
if I may interject. I want to understand something. Back in 2006, 2007, especially 2008, I myself owned multiple properties in New York City. And I had multiple ELOC, lines of credit. What happened was, as you recall, when the property values went down, right, the market crashed, they took away my lines of credit.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I was holding on to that line of credit because I used to use it to move money around and all that.
Absolutely.
Okay? And when they canceled that out, and even my regular credit cards from 0 APR went to 29% when I was never late, that really screwed me up. So this is the best, most, I think, secret way or secure way to hold on to your funds.
Right.
God forbid something that happens again, at least you're in the house, but you're not going to get kicked out or get evicted. Because that's what happens to a lot of elderly as well when they go.
Absolutely, when they can't make the payment.
Yep.
And it's heartbreaking. Basically, what's the process to do this when you move forward? Basically, buyers, one of the things about a reverse mortgage, again, it's the most regulated mortgage out there. Before they can even apply for the reverse mortgage, they have to go to counseling. Typically,